My name is Angel Henry, and my story is entitled, I Am Determined to Get Along with Paul. So picture it. It's Monday morning, first day back from maternity leave, and my supervisor is explaining the programs that I will be running for our department. But she grabs my arm, pulls me close, leans down and says, but Paul is assigned to one of your programs. Well, I didn't have to ask any questions. I mean, her body language, tone of voice, facial expression said it all. You see, Paul came with a bit of a reputation. I was introduced to Paul a couple of weeks before I went on maternity leave. He was the senior architect to our mid-sized level healthcare IT firm, and I was the senior program manager. Well, fast forward, I am now directly with Paul. And about 2.5 months into that first program, sure enough, despite the fact that I am determined to get along with Paul, we butt heads. See, Paul has laid out an architectural design for our large-scale financial system upgrade with 2 integrations. That means 2 vendors are involved. And the implementation team and neither vendor think that we can implement the architectural design that Paul has laid out. So I get to work. I gather the data, interview the team, interview both vendors, lay out all the issues and risks and related mitigation plans, and try to share those with Paul. But he's not interested. It results in escalation. I have to take it to our department's IT director. Well, that meeting ended with the IT director crossing his arms, leaning back in his chair and saying, I'll let you 2 work it out. To me, that was code for the little black girl's making sense, but I'm not willing to bet on it. I'll let somebody else decide. But I'm determined to get along with Paul. So I set up a one-on-one with just him and I. I have all the data ready to go. I'll never forget. It was a Wednesday, 8:45 a.m. I'm in the conference room reviewing all the key points. And because I'm determined to get along with Paul, I am more than willing to compromise on a lot of the suggestions I have. But before I can even say a word, Paul looks at me, puts his hand up and says, Angel, I've already heard your proposed changes to the plan. You're just the project manager. So have the team implement what I've already put together. Yeah, neck roll and all. When I heard you're just a project manager, it stung. It was as if I was dirt on his shoes and was essentially regulated to the team's secretary, that I added no value. So in that moment, I realized that although I was determined to get along with Paul was determined not to get along with me. So I put both hands on the counter, took a deep breath, smiled and said, okay. I went right back to my cube and sent 2 emails. The first message was to the team, letting them know that we would be implementing Paul's original architectural design. The second email was to Marty. Marty was the recruiter that reached out to me when I was on maternity leave. I was letting her know that I'd be sending her an updated resume by that evening. And Marty came through. She helped me land a manager position at another company. And fast forward, I'm now senior director at Genesis Telecom, managing a global team of agile practitioners. And we're having a pretty fun time doing it. So there are 3 lessons that I want you to remember from my experience with Paul. 1, nurture your network. Make sure it's wide and diverse. I'm talking multiple races, ethnicities, cultures. Make sure people are a different gender than you, and of course, a wide range of ages. Now, out of that diverse network, I want you to have a personal board of directors. That's an advisor, a mentor, and a sponsor. And the last lesson, put imposter syndrome out of your mind. You have skills and experience that are valuable. So whether you're 2 days or 2 years from graduating, it doesn't matter. Your unique experience and who you are and perspective can add value. Don't let a Paul diminish that. So it's my hope that you remember these lessons when you encounter a Paul along your career journey. Thank you.